7 o'clock p.m. open air log continuation is still July 23rd, 2023. The Weaver John C. Roseman, California. Still going in a blathering at this point over here. So let me say it. Yeah, I'm still struggling with my own faith in the country and in the people left and right that we're giving more and more credence to and more visualization on. It's like trying to find every damn colony of roach and ants and trying to squeeze the living crap out of them. There's still more coming. We just don't see them underneath the ground. But they're there with our own idea and idealism of how our faith in God and our faith in the country is supposed to be. I'm wondering how the hell we're going to be able to survive the next day after that. It just drives me crazy, the visualizations I'm seeing left and right of how people are pushing on each other left and right, how the Karens are coming up left and right, putting the fear of God in everyone else because they think they're right and they're victims, and yet they're the ones pushing the buttons. Sometimes I wonder why. And it's like, why the hell am I asking that question in the first place? Why do I even bother or want to bother with this stuff? I guess sometimes I don't know. I get maneuvered into it. I have to learn more and more about what the hell is going on these days around me, and therefore I got to find out whether or not it's going to be legitimate or not. Why people would freak out at fast food places or other places when they get a camera sticking in their face left and right, and they have conniption fits. Well, actually, does it start when the conniption fit is initiated, and then they get the cameras on, they start doing the Karens, and they start arguing. Constitutional right of this, constitutional right of that, we know our rights. You may know the rights, but man, I tell you something, you're doing it because you got something initiating it in you to do this kind of stuff that makes you bring out the worst of people. Sometimes you have to look at yourself whether or not if you're the initiator or not. Instead of looking at the victim all the damn time. If I'm going outside with a camera phone activated, I damn better make sure, besides knowing the rights, is why and how important is it. Sometimes the most innocuous things can turn out to be the most heated debates or fight at that point. Or law enforcement. I'm seeing too much of them in the zeros and ones. Social media, the YouTube. Sometimes it gets too much on me. I hear some of the stuff outside. I see people freaking out left and right. And I stay home. I don't want to get into it unless there's no other option. And there's been a few times in this particular apartment complex I run into that kind of situation already. Had an elderly lady a long time ago lived across from me, right next across the street from a guy named Gene. Long story on that guy. I really should be doing a video on him, but maybe later. No, video explanation on that one I meant. And this this old lady just moved in right after my brother passed. She had sob stories left and right, and borrowing money left and right. One, a few dollars here, a few dollars there, maybe getting a pizza for her. Okay, fine. One time was a rent situation that she needed help with. I was stretching it a bit. But the one time that she came over here needing my help, she was angry, she was pissed, and she was screaming her head off. She wanted my phone so she can call the cops. I'll call the cops for you. No, I want to call the cops. I want your phone. Give me my phone. I want. She's going to go after a boyfriend of hers Apparently something happened at home. She carried it over to me. So while she's using my phone, grabbing it out of my hand and takes it off. And I'm going after her because I want my damn phone back. There's stuff in there I don't want anybody else to have. And I wanted to make sure that I was going up behind the phone just to get it back and talk to the cops about it. If I actually had a videotape of the whole damn thing, it would have been better, but I didn't have a way of videotaping it. Because she took my camera phone. That's the thing, it was. She's yelling at her boyfriend's walking away, and she wants him to come back so she can get yelled at more, yelling at more, and have the cops arrest his ass. And she's having a conniption fit. She's laughing her head off, going crazy. Finally, the sheriff's department came out with 2 or 3 units. They got bored as hell during that night time. Came over and I talked to him. What happened? Explained exactly the situation. Told him she's got my. I actually finally got my damn phone. Thank God. Finally got it back from her. I talked to the cops on the phone. I also talked to the cops in person about it. Gave my report and statement about it. She visited a few more times, and after that, disappeared. I didn't see the boyfriend. I don't know if there was any charges on him or not. And since there was no witnesses, it was only he said, she said at this point over here. Domestic disputes were usually harder as hell to deal with. At times I felt sorry for her. You know, I didn't feel the pity. I just wanted to be a good neighbor to help her out. And sometimes she'd call me her angel. I'm thinking to myself, God, this is no angel kind of situation here. I wasn't quite sure how to handle her. She's been gone for a long while. Her apartment's still rented to her name. She still has somebody living over there, taking care of her place, a caregiver, taking care of the rent. So she has a place to come back home, if she will. Other than that, not gonna stress over that shit, that's for sure. But these are the things that I deal with on a day-to-day basis. Now, these things happened about a few years ago. I listen to the neighbors having conniption fits over one thing or another thing, and I try to stay out of people's way. Because I sure as hell don't want to be part of the Karen situation. But if I am going to be part of the Karen situation over there, unless I probably say, hey, at least I got my good shot there. Want me to smile for the camera? Anyway. Enough of this dribble. I got a dog that needs to go out, and I need to take care of her at this point. So I just needed to get all this stuff off my chest.